Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Zaki. And a year ago, I started this channel with a simple message. The first video on this channel, I said that it's all about shifting my identity and having new experiences. One of those pillars that I wanted to shift within my life was definitely my physique. I wasn't fat, definitely not, but I wasn't really ripped. I never was really ripped. By that time, I was training for around 8 years. And to be honest, it was always the same cycle. For the summer, I was able to get lean, maybe even ripped for a few weeks. But then I went so strict in my diet that I lost also a lot of muscle. So I end up being quite skinny. Then the winter just showed up. Definitely in the summer you go out, you have fun, you all your friends, you just do stuff. So you have just a higher rate of calories that you burn. But in the winter, the seasonal change affects your activity levels. Obvious. You can also say that your hormones might also play a role within that, but just say like when it comes to normal our lifestyles, especially when you live in in like Europe or in North America where there are actual seasons and there's a winter, at least a winter period. I think that's something that a lot of people experience, and you will definitely experience that too. That you can see, okay, in the winter, I might not be genuinely as active as in the summer. And therefore, I was just gaining weight. And something really strange that also follows that pattern was something very sinister. Because my diet wasn't that good either. It's not like I gave up on it. It's just like I didn't need it anymore because I was like, okay, yeah, it's the winter anyway, so therefore I can do a dirty bulk or whatever, and therefore I just become more fat, and then it just becomes something very strange because you kind of become more emotional, and there are hormonal factors like aromatize and stuff, but it's not what I'm trying to tell in this story right now. It's just about getting rid of consistency because you think you don't need it, firstly, or secondly, you think you are not the person that can stick through that anyways, so you give yourself like an extreme hard and long time frame in which you can just engage in gluttony and hope for the best for the next season, so therefore you can just engage in all sorts of foods. I think it's also certain factors within society just are just telling us, yeah, it's wintertime. Let's have some chocolate. Just let's chill. Let's watch some movies. Just get a bit cozy. Obviously, it's not like it's genuinely something bad, but I figured out how to deal with that within the last few years. And the one thing that I figured out is that when I shift my identity, it works and it's easy. So let me drive this one home real quick before I go into how you can actually just do one thing to shift your identity. Basically, like even 5 years into my gym journey, okay, I was bulking, I was getting really big in the winter because I got all that nutrients and excess nutrients in, definitely. And in the summer, I always was like, I want to be skinny, and my activity levels naturally just increased. Like, not like I think in the normal way, but I know that a lot of people out there, and you definitely can understand what I'm talking about. That you do so many things in the summer that you lose weight and even become kind of skinny, even though you are not a person in general that can be considered skinny. And that's what happened all the time. And it happened so often that 5 years into training, a girl was talking to me and I was talking to her, and I was telling her one of my favorite things is going to the gym, and she was looking at me and like, really? You don't want to know how this feels, man. That really hurt, to be honest. But it's also a nice indication and a learning experience. Because in my mind, I was so deluded that I always thought, even when I was kind of skinny, that you will see that I'm going to the gym. But I was actually losing muscles within these phases of crash dieting. And that's not what we want to do, anyways. So, how can you shift your identity to implement the changes that will result in you being ripped, healthy, and also surviving the winter? It's one thing, and it's simple. Everybody can do this. You will also be able to do this because I know it. It's declaring that you are the type of person that is able to be ripped year long. And there are a lot of vehicles that you can use, but if I can give you a vehicle by hand, and I will tell you this, because if you implement what I just say, you will end up being ripped, so that people will say you're on steroids, just like it happened to me, or people will say you are spending way too much time in the gym, even though you're not spending that much time in the gym, but it will just happen. And the biggest pillar, the biggest thing that you can leverage is definitely your sleep and your diet. Because if you're watching this video, I know you've been going to the gym anyways, otherwise, you wouldn't be here. I'm so good at SEO that I exactly targeted you. And basically, it means that that one is out of the way. Go to the gym, do what you already do, maybe lift a bit harder, but also don't forget to rest, and that's sleep. Try to get enough of sleep in. I mean, there are a lot of people out there that are saying, yo, sleep 8 hours a night. Maybe you even need a bit more. Maybe you don't need that much. It really depends on who you are. It also depends on the season. In the winter, I genuinely sleep way longer than in the summer. And it just depends on really how the energy levels are. So don't be so rigid. Consistency over sheer willpower. Really important. And it also means that you need to shape your environment so it's conducive for you to sleep. Your bedroom is for sleeping, maybe reading, maybe meditating, and sex. That's it. It's as simple as that. Nothing else. So you understand and you prime your brain that if you are in your bedroom, you are going to sleep. It's simple. You can implement it. Everybody can implement that. And you will see the benefits. It will lower your cortisol. So, therefore, you will have less stress. And the less stressed you are, the more your metabolic system can just function. It's simple as that. We are doing it in a very, very, very chill way. So just do this one thing and you are already at 20%. So the next pillar, you have already declared that you are a person that's going to be ripped year round. You already improved your sleeping. Crazy. And why did you do that? Because you declared that you are improving your sleeping by just doing what I just said. The next thing that you need to do is understand that what you are trying to do is something that is exceptional. If you want to have a six pack, I don't know the calculations, I don't know the numbers, I don't even want to say that, but it's not a lot of people, especially in the Western world, especially at your age range. Be honest. Look around, look at your friends, look at those people. Do you see the things that I see right now? Exactly. Those people do not possess six packs. What are they doing that you can leave out? And that's the easiest thing. It's their diet. So basically, we was false fed the narrative that we gotta eat 3 times a day, and we were also false fed the narrative that we need to eat the things that we are getting presented in restaurants, etc. So, in my perfect world in which I see myself as a person that is exceptional, Or in my perfect identity, let's phrase it like this so it just is more coherent. It's important to understand that I really leave out more things that I consume. It's as simple as that. I go back to the basics. So basically, you want to have the grounded meat. Crazy, you can eat that, you can eat eggs, you can eat rice, whatever, but basically, you want to have, um, you can see the, I mean, you don't need to go full blown like carnivore or anything, but what is really important in that case is that you understand that the less processed your diet is, the less you will need to track calories. Just understand that you need to put in more protein into your body, obviously for optimal recovery with in combination with your sleep. It's not like you shouldn't eat any carbs, but I would definitely say it's more beneficial to just eat fruits as your carb source. You will have like the occasional rice, and just leave everything that is not helping you out. I also have this video, very short video, but from Huberman, and when you just do what he says there in this video, believe me, you will have changes in a time frame that is so short that it's absurd for me to say it. I really mean that. When you just follow this thing that he says in this video, then you will see changes in a time frame that is unbelievable. Now you have your identity. Now you have your sleep schedule and your recovery and having low cortisol. You have your training regimen already. And you have your diet. There's the fifth pillar that's really important. And that's actually the most important one. You must understand that shifting your identity just means that you view things from a different lens. If you view things from a different lens, everything can be reframed and rephrased that it suits you. So imagine this. You are somewhere, you're traveling, and you're having McDonald's. You can have McDonald's and then you can completely give up your diet because you say, okay, I'm not a person you define yourself as a person that's not that disciplined. Okay. But you can also say, this is an experiment. I have eaten in this way for such and such time. Will it have negative effects if I eat this burger? Basically, the feedback will always be yes, because obviously you have implemented exactly what I just told you. And when you eat a burger, even for an experiment, you will have like a negative feeling. Not a feeling of you did something wrong, but a physical reaction of your body that is negative and that will always keep you back in lane. So instead of completely crashing because you deviated from your baseline, every time you deviate from your baseline, you automatically just come back because will have a bad experience anyways. It's as simple as that. Believe me, and if you do these things, you will get ripped within a month. And that's not even a joke. And I literally said nothing about calories. So you know what you gotta do. Implement it.